Yeah, no, I got Mum was there and she did the double shift. She saw the concert first and then rushed over to watch our game. So yeah, she was happy last night. All her boys delivered, and no, the lads were great. So yeah, I got the videos of it, and yeah, nice.
Great stuff. How's the squad looking ahead of Sunday?
Yeah, pretty good in terms of nothing from last night. Everyone got through it well, and yeah, no one's sort of coming back in. Obviously, Region and Werner are available. Rodri, Bentancur's available. So yeah, so from last night, yeah, nothing untoward.
And in terms of last night, obviously with everything going on in the league and the last 16 stage in Europe, was last night's result maybe the biggest in your time here so far?
Oh, look, it depends on the context of things, I guess. Look, I think it's not insignificant. I think reaching the last, eight even for a club like ours, hasn't happened often. So in recent times, so I think that's something of significance to this group of players, and yeah, and what's been a tough season for us. I think Europe's been something that we can sort of lean on in terms of progress, and yeah, great to get through last night. It wasn't an easy fixture. It was, those European fixtures can be tricky, but for the most part, I thought we handled it well.
You've had 10, 11, 12 players out sort of week after week, a lot of it through Christmas time. But now with the break coming up, can you sort of reflect and maybe going forward, it's sort of like a mini season on its own. Finish as high as you can in the league and then try and win that Europa League. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, I think that's been sort of our mindset, probably, for the last month or so since we started slowly getting some players back, and obviously with us getting eliminated, semi-final of the Carabao and then sort of missing out in the FA Cup straight after, it kind of gave us clarity about what was left for us. And like I said, it's coincided with our fixture kind of easing up a little bit and also getting players back. And like I said, from now on we kind of know what our program's going to be, and with a healthier squad, yeah, it gives us a good foundation to tackle it.
International break now. I know you've always stressed the importance of international football. No place for James Maddison or Jed Spence for England. I mean, James very keen to speak to me this week about it. Of course, he'll be disappointed. Can I get your views individually on those not making the England squad and how close they could have been, and do you think they're unlucky?
Look, again, I'm not sort of obviously across it, and I'm pretty sort of critical myself when people question my selections, because every manager's got all the information they need. Oh, I will say, I think Matters is in a real challenging season for us. He's kind of really grinded his way through, and his quality's really come through the last few weeks, especially when we've been able to sort of give him a spell every now and then. And again, last night I thought it was a real catalyst for us in an attacking sense, and also worked hard for the team. And look, Jed's been super this year, and I always feel with these things, particularly with national team selection, it's never a kind of thing where you just draw a line through it. I've got no doubt if Jed keeps performing like he is and Mattis keeps working hard, I'm sure Thomas will be looking across the board at his squads over the next period, and I'm sure both of them will be in the frame. Thank you, mate.
Hi. Just a quick one on Mickey van der Ven. Obviously, he came off midway through. As you said, he's fine, but his minutes were obviously managed last night. How much longer or further ahead do you think that's going to have to be the case for him?
Depend on sort of how he's tracking and how he feels, and how we feel he's progressing. Last night was probably the first the last time he played at Elfsborg was 45, so that's probably the first significant minutes he's had in God knows how many months. So we're just going to be mindful of that. But he felt good last night. We're always going to sort of give him 60 and bring him off. He got through that. Like I said, we've got a bit of a break now to our next game, which gives us a chance to work with him again at training and build up his fitness, and hopefully increase his match minutes as we move along.
The 3 goals you scored last night, the first 2 were from winning possession back, and obviously the third was a brilliant move. Fans would say hallmarks of how you like to play. Does it feel maybe you're getting a bit closer and closer all the time back to perhaps where you'd like to be?
Yeah, I think so. But that's coincided with a couple of significant things. One is we're getting some key players back, and also, like I said, the ability to rotate the team and keep the team fresh. And I thought we saw evidence of that last night because, like I said, our pressing was a lot better. But that's because, guys like Sonny and Matters didn't play 90 on the weekend. We've got guys coming back into the team, which help us with those kind of things. I think Dom's a massive part of our press because of the way he works in that number 9 position. We don't have anyone else really like him. And then with the ball, like I said, we get our good ball players on the ball, and we're looking sharp in the front third. Great to get Wilson in there. So look, I think those significant things means we can sort of, play the kind of football we want to play, and hopefully we can do it sort of more consistently now.
Archie Gray came on at the end and played in midfield. Now maybe with some of the defenders back, is that something we could see more of between now and the end of the season?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, look, Archie's been unbelievable for us, filling in a number of roles and doing different jobs, and he's never shirked the challenge of anything he's done. He started off at centre back last night, ended up in midfield. So, we'll assess things as they go along. But I think with Archie, the beauty of it is that he can fill in, and we're going to need him to. Like I said, with us still being in Europe, we know once the international break's over, it'll go back to being sort of midweek to weekend games. We want that to last at least through the semi-final stage and beyond. So we're going to need people like Arch to do the jobs for us. But if there's an opportunity to push him in midfield, we'll certainly give him that.
And just lastly, obviously Fulham on Sunday. With the game last night, are you expecting changes to be made, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to, like I said, we saw how hard it is backing up, particularly, the Sunday-Thursday is not too bad, but Thursday-Sunday is a massive task. Helps when we're at home. When we're away from home, it's even more difficult. But like I said, with us having a healthier squad, makes sense for us to make some changes. Thanks, mate.
Hi, Ange. Can I just check on Kulusevski if there's any more clarity on how bad his foot injury is and the potential time frame?
No, like I said before, post international break, we expect him to sort of start to moving back towards the team.
I know you were waiting for Kevin's injury to settle down as well. Is there any more information on him as well?
Same sort of. We'll wait till after the international break. Look, we're at the point of the season where both guys, everyone wants to push. There's no point being conservative, and both those guys are really keen to try and get back into the fold. But I think we've got the international break, plus we don't play the weekend. We get back from the international break. We don't play till the following midweek. So that's a good sort of 2.5 weeks for guys who, like him and Richie, to sort of work hard to sort of speed up their rehab.
I know you touched on it a little bit last night. I was wondering if you could expand a little bit more on how important it was to have Mickey and Christian starting together for the first time, I think, in 3 months.
Yeah, look, I think the evidence was there. I thought, whilst those two were on the pitch for 60 minutes, it's as solid as we've been all year. I think they had one shot from a sort of set piece, in that whole time. Apart from that, they didn't really threaten us at all. And I think that comes from the fact that both of them are, I think central defensive sort of partnerships are important, understanding's important. I think both those guys work really well together. They've got different strengths that I think really align, and both with and without the ball, they give us really good sort of options, not just defensively, but I thought with the ball, Mickey is a great outlet for us because he can run with it. He's, obviously having a left-footed central defender helps, and Cootie's passing range is ridiculous. So with and without the ball, I thought it was great to have him back. Like I said, we haven't had them much this year, so hopefully we can build from that.
I'll finish with Ali, please.
James Madison was talking about Lucas Bergwijn last night. He said he misinterpreted what kind of player he was when he first arrived. He thought it was like a technical player between the lines, but actually he said in his words he's a bit of a lump. It's quite a physical player. Is that something the coaches have worked with him, or did he come with that kind of physical nature to his game?
No, I think everyone's worked with him. The coaches have worked with him. I think he's worked on it. I don't think he's left Decky's side since he's been here, and Decky's in the gym all the time. He's a great role model for him, and I think if nothing else, Decky forced him to get in there and work hard in his game, and he's an outstanding technical player. I think his technical proficiency is still his greatest asset, but he's growing. I mean, we've got to remember, I think he's just turned 20 or 19 or whatever he is. Still a very young man, so if he keeps sort of building up physically as well, to withstand the demands of the Premier League, particularly in that midfield position, you need that physical capability. If you have that and the technical proficiency, then you've got a decent player in your hands.
So it seems quite striking that when he's in the 6 role as well, is it? just very disciplined for someone so young? Is that just something that was naturally there, or is he just very good at taking on instructions?
No, I think he's had to work on that. It's fair to say when he first got here, coaches spent a lot of time with him, just around sort of his tactical awareness and being disciplined. And again, it's a big thing you look for in players, particularly young players, their coachability, their ability to take in information, their ability to use that information then to help them improve. And he's certainly taken that on board. At the start, it took him a little bit of time. He kind of tended to probably run too much. I remember there's a couple of games early in Europe where he just ran out of steam because he was running too much. Maybe overplaying the ball at times. He simplified his game, but that's because the coaches have given him the feedback and he's taken it on board.
Just want to double check with him. It just cramped, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's fine. Yep.
Also, I wanted to ask you about Christian Romero. Obviously, 2 starts now, kind of getting sharper. You can see it in the game itself. Last week, he thanked the Argentina physios for getting him back on the pitch. Is that something that's quite common with long-term injuries, that maybe players look towards physios they've known for years to help them?
Depending, like those kind of things are kind of an individual designed around the players. I mean, for us, what's always important, I think what is important is that, you treat the individual, and each person needs something different. What we want to do is get the best outcome, and, with Kuti, obviously he's very important to the Argentinian national setup too, so they're always kind of offering their assistance. And I think it's been a combination of both them and us coordinated. He spent a bit of time away from here working with them, and for us the key thing is he's back now, and like I said, he's still building up. He's obviously missed a lot of football this year. He's hardly played, but I think the 2 games he's played, you can see he's growing into it. And again, with the international break, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to he gets the opportunity to build that up further.
Okay, we'll end the broadcast section there. Move to the embargo section at 10:30 p.m. tonight.